And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. We got lots going on today. Adam Ferrara sitting in.
Yes.
Also, Gary Hoey playing us in and out of breaks. Very good, Gary.
Thank you, sir.
And now we got to say hi to Susie Essman.
Yeah.
Hello, boys.
Susie.
Hello, Susie.
Welcome to Satellite Radio.
Why'd you have to book me on the morning after the Yankees played at 10 the
I know.
night before?
Isn't that awful?
Yes.
I'm so goddamn tired. And I said I wasn't going to stay up for the game, which I didn't, but I stayed up for the beginning of it. And then I woke up out of nowhere, like right when the game ended. So then I had to get the score.
That's what I did. I fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, and then I had to get the score. And I've woken up at like 1:30 in the morning before, but you don't move. You kind of go, don't blow this now. Get right back to sleep, you idiot. You got to get up. And you go to sleep. But I wake up and go, and you kind of can look at the clock. You go, all right, it's either go right back to sleep or know if the Yankees won. I got to know if the Yankees won.
You got to know.
So then next thing I know the score, and I'm watching South Park. So, like, motherfucker, I'm awake.
You were screwed.
I know. So, again, exhausted this morning.
Yeah,
I'm
this
disappointed.
morning thing is fucking up our sleep schedule. You can curse, by the way, because I know Susie likes
no,
to curse.
it's not something that I
You
do.
love cursing.
Go fuck yourself.
Potty mouth. You potty mouth.
We saw you at the Donald Trump roast.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, man, you had a great set, but those people in that audience, oh, crap.
Well, it's a horrible room. It's at the Hilton Grand Ballroom. They always have it there.
Yeah.
It's this cavernous, horrible comedy room.
Yeah.
You
We
know?
wouldn't know. I mean, we were in the ballroom, yes, officially, but we were in the back row, way up on the balcony.
We were guests of
Rich Voss.
Rich Voss. Might know Rich Voss.
Yeah.
And we were guests of his, so, yeah. We were there. It was at the Hilton, and we watched it from room 205.
Stupid us,
Not even allowed in the venue.
Right. Stupid us, you would think at this point in our careers we would finally get it, but Rich invites us, and we're like, finally being treated like we should be treated,
Well,
Anthony.
next year I will invite you.
All of a sudden,
that'd be nice.
everyone's going into the main ballroom, right? And we
Yeah.
show our tickets, and they're pointing
upstairs.
towards
And there's like
pointing to an
3
elevator.
people upstairs.
Yeah.
There's like 3 seats upstairs.
And not only upstairs, we had the worst seats of upstairs. We were behind one of those big TVs that they put up there. They
so
put
you
up the
missed
Jumbotron.
seeing Freddie Roman up close. You see, that's what you missed.
See, now that's what I really wanted to see. Old Freddie Roman.
They're so hard. Aren't those hard, those roasts,
No,
Adam?
that was a huge in that big room, and then
They're
you got to wait
hard.
to see when you're on.
Yeah. Well, I will only do it if I'm on in the top 3.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
the power I have now.
Look at that.
That it? You got that pull?
Look at that. I had to go
What-
second to
You know
last
what
on
they-
the Reiner roast.
Yeah, no, it's rough. The
Yeah.
later you're on, then everybody does your material. All your materials you
right.
like somebody like Trump. How many hair jokes can you?
Oh,
tell?
I know. We were sitting
You
there
know?
going, all right, here's more hair jokes.
I
He was trying to
actually-
do Tom Cruise jokes before you got here.
Yeah, exactly. That's hard because he's just a fucking psychopath at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
agree
what happens
on that.
when you're a closet case. You know what I'm saying?
We absolutely.
the
that
man
was-
wants to suck a cock, so instead he criticizes. That's what happens.
Well, they're having a baby, though. Did you read the papers yet today?
They're like a real baby?
Yeah.
or-
A
Yeah,
real
right here.
baby. She's pregnant.
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible. Tom and
So
Katie.
what I
It says
want-
Mission Impossible.
What I want to what I want to know is what was he fantasizing about when he was having sex with her?
Rob Thomas
There you go.
was one of them.
Yeah, someone said she had to wear a Rob Thomas
A
mask.
Rob Thomas mask. But you know what? You know what's just kind of another thing where you're like, this guy is got to be gay. Is he's acting like he thinks a straight guy is supposed to act when he actually falls in love with.
Exactly.
When you fall in love with a girl, you do. You got to get head over heels. You want to tell your friends about it and everything.
You
You
do
feel
stupid
good,
stuff, yeah.
but he's doing it so over the top.
The
that
jumping
it's-
on the couch.
Yeah.
If my boyfriend ever did
Right.
that, I would break up with him.
It's an act.
Well, you
Yeah.
break
Of
up with
someone
him
in
for jumping
love.
on the couch.
Get off.
Get your feet off the couch.
It is definitely an act. It's
Yeah.
someone acting like he thinks somebody should
But
act.
you know, don't you love how he has no credibility anymore whatsoever?
Oh, none.
I mean, who's going to hire him?
Yeah, even Steven, what was it? Steven
Spielberg
Spielberg
told
said
him,
he
you know,
wouldn't work with him anymore.
that's it. The guy was supposed to be promoting my movie. He's out there talking like a lunatic about
Yeah.
psycho
It's
drugs.
unfortunate because he did, like, you know, if you think of, like, Born on the 4th of July, and he did some good stuff,
Yeah.
but
Risky business.
When Spielberg
No.
He
won't
was
work
good
with
in
you
Risky
anymore,
I
Business.
like
though.
Yeah.
risky business.
That's like in Hollywood, you better have some kind of career if Spielberg isn't talking
yeah,
to
he'll
you.
come
You know?
back, though.
You
He'll
think?
come- yeah, they all come back.
he's
Look,
gotta make
Richard
another Mission
Nixon came
Impossible
back.
movie.
They all come back.
He's got the thing is he went completely nuts with the Scientology thing to where people are like, John Travolta's just as kooky as he is with
Yeah, but he doesn't
Scientology.
talk
But he keeps
about
his
it.
But
mouth shut.
yeah, he keeps his mouth shut. He doesn't talk about
And
it
he
much.
flies jets. You got to respect that.
I fly jets and I got thetans out of my body. But him, he's acting like he's straight,
Well,
and he's
he
just
criticized
screaming
the whole
about.
Brooke Shields thing, and you can cure anything with exercise and vitamins. So
Yeah.
all Jeffrey Dahmer needed was a multi.
They get on the
But you know what?
Stairmaster.
I always think that I just lost my train of thought.
Oh no!
Something about the gayness, the overcompensatory behavior. I lost it. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. You're tired.
Early.
The Yankees, the Yankee thing. Yankees lost last night, right?
Yeah,
Do we
we're
even know?
Must
we're
we discuss?
tied.
Didn't the
We're
game
tied.
end?
Oh,
like
I know
1-1?
what I was going to say. These guys that go out with the 12-year-old girls.
Uh-huh.
The reason they do that is because these girls have no sexual experience, so they have no idea how bad these guys are in bed.
Is that what it is?
Yes. That's
So,
what
like,
it
a
is.
guy would be
That's really not it.
a guy that is confident in his sexual prowess would then look for an older woman to
For
say,
an 80-year-old.
"Look, you've been through a lot,
Well,
but let
wait,
me
it
show you
happens
this."
to be a fact that women in their 20s don't know anything sexually. Women reach their sexual peak at 35. So you get a woman in her 40s, they're much better in bed than the woman in their 20s. They don't look as good, maybe, but they're much more proficient in bed.
Is that it?
Yeah, Adam, back me up.
What? No, I think we have a difference of opinion.
I always
Well,
think that when you see a guy that's going out with a really young girl,
You think
he doesn't
lucky
have to
bastard.
No, you think that is an insecure. When you see like Murray, with the 12-year-old on his
Right.
arm, not 12, but like a 22-year-old on
Okay.
his arm, he thinks people are looking at him thinking, look at how fabulous Murray is,
Mhm.
that he got this young hot babe on his arm, and I'm thinking you must be so fucking bad in bed that she doesn't know the difference. That's what it is.
Stupid Murray.
I'm thinking Murray's rich.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Women will go out with anything. They will.
What
They
does
will.
that mean?
But they're actually attracted. I mean, women are actually attracted to money and power. They're not they're not attracted to looks
Yeah.
so much. Yeah.
Well, it usually you do see that when you see a beautiful woman with an old, like horrific guy, and then
That's just a money thing.
yeah, you would think she would absolutely not be with that guy if he was just the guy
But
that
she
worked
might
at the deli.
actually be sexually turned on by the money and the power. Whereas men, here's an example. Men are turned on, like a woman will marry a guy, they'll say she's just marrying him for his money. But nobody says about a guy he's just marrying her for her big tits when he is.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not really a fair thing.
You think it goes
They
right
say
into the
I'm
bedroom?
fine.
I'm an aberration because I'm attracted to poor men with big tits.
You think it funnels down into the bedroom though, the money power thing?
Yes,
Like, and
women
she
get
gets turned on by that?
on by that. Yes,
Interesting.
they get turned on by that. They're not as they're not as turned on, but men are more physically,
Unless you got,
visually oriented.
$100 bed sheets.
That's why women
and
are not so turned on by pornography, and whereas men are. It's in the DNA.
rolling
There's
on
nothing we can
condoms
do
with your
about this.
Amex number on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, baby.
I don't like a rich guy. They're too high maintenance, like a Donald Trump or
Really?
Oh yeah, they're way too high.
That guy's got it
all you
before
do
he
is have
leaves
to
the house.
soothe their ego. That's all you have to do.
And you don't have to do that with poor guys?
No, it's
Not only
different.
you got to soothe their ego, you got to
gotta
pay for dinner.
everything. Yes, but it's different. There's not the same ego thing going on. I don't want a guy who calls out his own name when he's coming. You know what I mean? That kind. Like Trump looks like that kind of guy to me.
You wouldn't go out with Trump.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. First of all, he's
got a hot broad, though.
Oh, gee, and I wonder why. I think I had a line in the roast where I said, we know why he's attracted to Melania. She's beautiful, she's sexy, and what she sees in him is, $1 million and high cholesterol. Basically. See,
Yeah.
he's cute. Now, not her. On the TV monitor, Matthew McConaughey. He's cute.
Oh, he's doing the talk show circuit?
Yeah.
He's rich, too. Now you attracted to him?
I'd fuck him.
He's insane, too.
Oh, is he?
They
I
just
like
found
that.
He's a
The
naked
cops found
bongo
him
player.
naked,
Playing
all stoned
bongos.
out of his gourd, playing bongos at some disturbance call
With-
that they had.
But with another guy.
Yeah, it was him and another guy.
So what's wrong with naked bongo playing with another man?
Well, and he was
Nothing. I was
I could
bitching
think
that
of
the
6
cops showed up. I thought it was two guys having fun.
This guy is so cool, though. He was able to skate that, and no one is questioning his gayness. That's a little weird to be playing bongos with your friend naked.
Is it cool or no one really cares about Matthew McConaughey?
I don't know.
No,
man.
they care. They care about those
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
Scandal.
yeah.
I think that guy is so cool. He was able to explain that away, and everyone went, "Ah, all right."
What time
just
do you
two
guys
guys.
get up in the morning?
Too early.
Too early,
It's
why?
ridiculous.
I'm just curious.
5?
5? You have to wake up at 5?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wake up at 5. I live out on Long Island, so I got.
Well, that's your first mistake.
But I hate living in the city
Why? It's
because
so
I
nice
want to
here.
escape from this shithole
Do you
every
have
so
kids?
often. No
So
kids.
why would you live in a suburb if you don't have children? Do you have a dog?
No pets.
You know what? You serve no purpose in this life.
We've been saying that for months.
Here's why I live out on Long Island. Do you know I can leave my house and get into here and never leave the heater or air conditioner of some type of vehicle?
He doesn't like being
or that.
outside.
I go to my heated garage, hop in my Escalade, leave, the door opens, the evil world doesn't even touch me. And I'm out, I leave, I pull up in front of this place, I'm in.
Well, thank you, Howard Hughes. I mean, what do you just get a bunker underneath this building?
We've been
I
calling
would
him Howard
love
Hughes
to.
for a while.
And I am the only Catholic guy living in an entirely Jewish neighborhood, which is fantastic. They all take care of their property wonderfully. The landscapers come by, everything.
Where do you live?
I live in Great Neck.
Oh, so
out
it's
there
all
on
the
Long
Syrian
Island.
Jews.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was there, and the first thing I
We
had
don't
to do was
consider them Jews, by the way.
there's mezuzahs on the door. They're Jews. That's all I knew. I was taking a hammer and claw hammer, taking the mezuzahs off because I didn't know what kind of mystical Jewish
you
spell
might
would
as well
be.
leave the mezuzah on.
Should I
even
leave
if-
it on?
Yeah, because you never know. I mean, I feel like
You know
might
those
as
are
well
like
be-
fortune cookies. There's a little note.
Yeah, but you might as well be covered. Who knows who the
you
real
never know,
person
Ann.
is?
You're right.
You know something?
It's there. I'm not saying go out and buy a mezuzah and put it, but if it's there, I would
If
leave
it's
it
there, just leave it.
Yeah.
Cover all
Like if
bases.
you moved in and there was a big crucifix over the.
As a matter of fact, in Sunday's episode, there's a whole thing about a mezuzah.
Really?
In this coming episode, this Sunday.
Of course.
Which I might add is a classic Susie Green episode.
Of course,
Great.
we're talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Which
one of my-
is
one of, my
one of the
favorite
best shows on television. Absolutely funny and cutting edge. Just stuff that I don't know why people sit and watch network television anymore when stuff like this is available on cable.
I
It's
agree.
amazing.
I agree.
Love it.
It's a fun show to do too.
Larry
But
David's a blast.
this Sunday is a whole religion episode.
And it's all about you?
No, it's not all about me.
But you got a big
but
part
people
this
have
week?
been complaining that the first 2 episodes I was too nice.
Yeah.
That there was no, but this episode there's a couple of
We want
classic,
to hear a
classic
fuck you, Larry. You know?
your sick
you.
fuck
Yeah,
moments.
yeah.
There's a couple of those. Yeah, I can't be angry screaming in every episode. It
Right.
doesn't,
Right.
It has to be a dynamic.
But
there,
because
sure.
of that role you play, we were a little intimidated as far as having you in here today.
Now ask Adam. I'm
No.
not really like that.
She's a sweetheart in real
Yes,
life.
she is.
I'm just waiting for fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
Don't push me.
I see that.
But-
I see that in your eyes.
But
Don't
you know
push
what?
it.
I had like a fight with the delivery guy the other day. That's where I find that it comes out with
Yeah.
inept service people.
Yeah.
Where I just go Susie Green on them. It's become like a part of. Then I think it's okay because I'm actually getting a lot of accolades and making money doing that behavior. So I
Yeah.
think it's okay in real life. And
Yeah,
it's
in real
not.
life now you can unleash it, and it's just part
Yeah,
of
but
your
I
character
never
you
do it
play.
on loved ones. Only on like unsuspecting Chinese delivery men.
Are they screwing up that bad with you?
You know, there's nothing more annoying when they fuck up your order.
Yeah.
You're hungry, you're home, you have an order, and they totally fuck it up. You're so disappointed, and then it's just, then you just unleash.
Absolutely. I order sushi all the time, and it's the same place. It's right down the road from my house. And I would love to give out the name of the street I live on, but I'm not going to do that. But it's not that hard. It's not that hard a street. And it's the same person answering the phone every day, and I'm talking a year I've been ordering, and I tell them the name of my street. They repeat it back like I threw Scrabble letters out and said, just read that. They have no clue
Well,
what
Anthony,
I just
can
said.
I tell you something? If you lived in Manhattan, it's computerized. You
Yeah.
call for delivery, you give them your phone number, it's all in the computer.
address is right
You're
there.
just out in the suburbs of Great Neck with the fucking Syrians, okay?
That's it. In your bubble like John Travolta.
Exactly.
It's safe, it's nice, and I see grass
Are you
every
married?
day. No.
You have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Does she live with you?
Yes.
Yes.
What does she do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
She's going to the gym today.
And by the way, Anthony
Really?
has a lot of confidence.
But now, Opie, where do you live?
Yeah, good. Get on him. Because I used to be the one that had a complete lack of confidence in my sexual prowess in the bedroom. But now you're the guy.
Susie, we just want to let you know that both of us have a lot of confidence.
Well, it's good
Going
to
back
know.
to what you were saying earlier.
Well, a few years back when I first hooked up with my girlfriend.
How old is she?
Well, put it this way. For the first year of our relationship, she couldn't drink.
I know so much about you now. Just to know that you're not married, you don't have kids, you live in the suburbs, you're afraid of the city streets where there's real women. And
Yeah, with cocks sometimes. But I'm Jimmy Norton.
what's wrong with a woman with a cock?
Hi, Big Dick
Best
Daddy.
of both worlds.
And
Right.
I live in Manhattan, and I'm in a similar boat as Anthony.
Meaning
No,
what?
he's in a similar boat.
Meaning you're dating a 19-year-old?
No, no, not 19. 22. Shut up.
I happen to know Adam's girlfriend. You guys
Yeah.
aren't married, are you?
No.
No. She happens to be a real human being.
Right?
A wonderful woman.
Look how fucking happy I am.
That's right.
Look how he says
Better
it.
be.
Look how miserable
Look
he
how
looks.
fucking
Look how
happy I am.
miserable he looks, and look how happy Anthony and I
It
look.
is
There's
such a
something to be
treat.
said. Look, if you guys go out to dinner and you got to cut her meat, that's fine.
Exactly.
Whatever you guys got to do.
I am very happy in my relationship.
I love when the UPS guy comes to the door sometimes and says, "Is your daddy home?" And I have to come and sign for the package.
You know what? I have
At least we're getting this
four
off our chest
stepkids.
because Susie's like talking like she did a little while ago, and Aunt and I are just looking
Well,
at each
like,
other
I'm looking down, kind of kicking the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make eye contact.
Guy's got no confidence.
That's why the uncomfortableness there for a while.
That's fine. Listen, you know what? Sei gesund. If you're happy and healthy.
I got to tell you, I've never been happier.
Good.
Never been happier.
Good,
I got
because
I
she
got a
just
very nice
idolizes
relationship.
you. She has no idea how bad you are in bed.
She thinks
After
they're
you
all
have-
that size.
Exactly. She has no one to compare
See,
you to. After you have sex, she wants to color. It's fine.
See, I'm smart now. I'm not even going to attempt to defend myself as far as my bedroom.
I was
thing
married
goes.
to a woman my own age
Yeah.
for a
10
while.
years. He did 10 years.
I put in
He did
10
10
years.
He
years.
was
in
in
prison,
country
yeah.
for 10 years.
I just bought her a house.
Oh, in the divorce settlement?
It's wonderful. Yeah. That's why
What
I
can I
started
tell you?
trolling the high
No,
school.
God, you know what? Honestly, I mean, if I may have a real moment, it's
Sure.
so
Okay.
hard to find the person that you're going to get along with and blah, blah, blah. So if that's
Right.
what you found and that makes you happy, I'm
Absolutely.
happy
You know how nice it is when you were married and just the demands on your life and then you get a divorce and the whole thing with the house and cars and money and alimony and then
for
you
you. And now
meet
you
a
have
girl.
an idiot who doesn't know the difference. It's
You're
perfect
just
for you.
a friggin' Snickers bar and a carnival every so often.
Exactly.
I
She
just-
laughs at everything you say.
Of course. I play those carnival games. I win or something. I'm the best guy ever.
Thank you, Big Daddy. You know what? I'm not one to talk. Before my boyfriend now he's around my age, but for the years I went out with the younger guys.
You're dead.
Always.
Yeah.
I was gonna go out with some old fuck. I don't want some old fucking guy. Massaging his prostate is not my idea of foreplay. You know what I mean? I want that for. I want some cute hot guy. If he's just gonna be a snack, if he's not gonna be, But then the references get a little difficult.
A little off. It
Yeah,
gets a little
you
harder
know?
to relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the youngers, don't you find that?
Just maybe on the
When they're like,
on the
who's
presets.
Gilligan? And you know what I mean? It's a little difficult.
On the presets on the on your radio, you get your XM, you got all your presets, and then you're hitting, the classic
Kids?
classic rock. Yeah, she's on XM Kids.
She's on Disney.
She's watching the Disney. She's watching Nickelodeon.
We do,
Honey,
it is,
can you TiVo That's So Raven?
it is kind of odd. We got the DVDs case by the TV. And I got my favorites, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Platoon and things like
Caddyshack.
that. And then at the bottom, there's like The Little Mermaid and Legend.
The Little
thing.
Mermaid?
Yeah, like Disney cartoon things.
No, wait, Anthony, how old is she?
All right, she's 14.
No, she's
But
She's not 14.
But she's very
No.
smart. The Little Mermaid, she loved the book a lot better than the film.
And that's why Anthony can't really leave his house.
she's in her
Ever.
mid-20s now.
Oh, all right.
Which,
all right.
yeah.
She's not a teenager.
No, we've been
No.
together 5 years, so.
Okay. I'm doing the math.
Man.
Whatever.
Whatever.
You could be this motherfucker over here.
Tom Cruise
Tom
and Katie
and
Holmes.
Katie Holmes,
Well, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I mean, you guys are off to a great start this season.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so.
I'm serious.
This is going to be the funniest
The
season
dog
yet.
episode this past Sunday
was funny. Wasn't that
oh
funny?
my God, I didn't see that coming. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people watch it on demand and stuff, so I don't want to give it away. But I did not see that coming.
Well, he just takes on every. You know, this season he really is just. I mean, some of the episodes I read the outlines in the beginning of the year, and I'm just like, I think he's going over the line. I think he's going over the line. Sometimes, and then he pulls it, and then I see it, and it's fine. You know, but even I think that at some points. That was
they got a lot of that during Seinfeld too. That they were kind of
pushing
some issues.
Yeah, I mean this week it was the lesbians, it was blacks, it was the handicapped,
right.
It was everything. But he goes even further down in future episodes.
Give us an example, maybe from a past show where you read the script and you went, "What? We can't do this. He's gone crazy."
There's only one time that I thought that. And that was the last, I think it was last season. Oh, no, season 3 with the kid with the big penis. That was the only time where it's like, all right, I think he's really pushing it here, talking about the 2-year-old's big penis, you know. But it worked. It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny, and I forgot. I think it was Richard Lewis who referred to the kid as Uncle Milty, which is hilarious, you know. Because for those of you who don't know, Milton Berle had a huge cock.
Yeah, there's one that was legendary.
Legendary.
Him and then Forrest Tucker. Was supposed to have
Gary
had
Cooper,
a big one. Gary Cooper,
and supposedly Liam Neeson.
Really?
Yes,
Liam
I've heard.
Neeson.
Yes. He looks like he has a very large penis, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know if guys can tell that by looking.
He lives in my neighborhood, and he just looks angry all the time.
Yeah,
he looks like he's going to kill someone.
I don't think he's so angry. The type is depressed.
You think he's depressed?
Yeah, I think he's just one of these very dark,
sad,
Irish, depressed kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Ben, we were on Martha's Vineyard like 2 summers ago, and we saw Larry David.
Yeah, he lives there. He has a house there.
Yeah, we it's a dumb story, but we're.
So why are you telling it?
Well, because we'll find some humor
right,
out of this somehow. That's how I preface my dumb stories, by saying they're dumb. The house that like Ben's father was staying at was close to John Belushi's grave. So I'm like, I've never seen John Belushi's grave, so I went, and it was like whatever, you know, there were beer bottles and all
people
that
really
crap
respect
right there.
the gravesite.
And then we're going back, and we see Larry David. I can only describe it as him very, very high, walking in the middle of this town road that's very busy, staring up at the trees in the middle of the road, just walking.
That's just Larry. Larry doesn't get high.
No.
No, Larry is not
a drug,
get high. No, drug or drinky person at all.
We drive by, and I go, Ben, that was Larry David. And we had to get a second look because we're like, no way was that Larry David. Just walking in the middle of the road staring at trees.
I'll tell you why he does that. So he doesn't have to talk to anybody.
Oh, really?
Anthony does that, but he moves to Long Island.
That's right.
And sure enough, it was Larry David just wandering around on this country road.
I mean, he was probably just thinking. He doesn't get high, Larry.
He doesn't need to get high, right?
He's not. I don't think he likes to have any kind of loss of control. I don't think.
And the Larry.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know his. You know.
Is it true the Larry David we see on HBO? That's pretty much him.
No, not at all.
Really?
Because if you think about it, how could that person, the character he portrays on the show is such an asshole in so many ways.
How could he go through life like that?
And how could he have run the most successful show in the history of television?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or run the show? I mean, he runs Curb. I mean, he's the executive producer and the showrunner and all that. How could he do that and have people, underlings, listen to him if he was that much of a jerk?
Sure.
Until Curb Your Enthusiasm, you really didn't realize how much of an influence he had on the show Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody just thought it was Jerry and the made-up character.
Gee, I
George
wonder if that was a bone of contention with Larry.
I wonder. Jeepers. Because now you watch and you realize, my God.
It was his brain. It's all Larry brain.
Did
you know him from the clubs, or that was before your time?
No, I didn't know Larry.
Yeah, because Larry, I knew Larry from years ago doing stand-up. We just kind of overlapped a little bit because he's older than me.
Yes.
Than most of us. But Larry was always the comedian's comedian, where he would get on stage and the audience would stare at him like he was totally retarded. But the comedians would be hysterical laughing because his material was so great.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't understand that as a comedian, you're supposed to connect to an audience. He just didn't get that. He didn't get that you're supposed to connect, and I used to MC all the time at Catch a Rising Star, and there's always that moment when you're crossing the comedian when I say, please welcome Larry David, and I'm walking off and he's walking on, and he would always say to me, stay close. Because you had a time slot, you had 15 minutes, 20 minutes, And he would sometimes do like a minute. Like, he would look at the audience.
Oh, like stay close. I could be leaving at any moment now.
As the MC, usually you go out to the bar, you go to the bathroom, whatever. You come back and give the light. But, you know, it would be like, stay close. And I remember times where he would just get up and he would look at them and say, never mind, and just walk off. Or the whole audience would be laughing and one person would not be, and then he would just look at them and be like, I don't need this, and just walk off. You know, it was just...
Wow.
Yeah, he was wild. But funny. But he was funny.
Oh, yeah. I never saw his act. I mean...
And you never will.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
you never will,
gonna
right?
reprise it. Yeah.
No. But it's great how somebody can get up on stage as a stand-up like that and not connect with the crowd and then be in charge of a show that just, like, is one of the funniest shows on television.
Well, because he had the brain. He had the comic brain.
Mm-hmm.
But being funny and being a comic... Adam will attest this, are two completely different skills.
Right.
You know, there's always these people that come up to you after a show, oh, I'm really funny, I could do... It's a completely different skill to be able to stand on stage and control an audience. That's a
wacky
whole...
Bob in the office can't do a half hour.
Exactly. It's a completely different skill. So Larry didn't have that particular skill.
He was able to, like, put it through
he's a great
Jerry.
writer, yeah.
And he's a great writer. And the subject matter he comes up with is ridiculous.
Really, and how is the show put together? Is it true that it's a lot of improv, like
There's
I've read?
a very detailed outline, because you could see, when you see the show, how tight the story is.
Right.
You know, I always think
like
Larry's
you know where
genius,
you're going to go, but...
Yeah, I always think Larry's genius is story. That's his real genius, if you look at it. You know, because everything has a payoff, everything has a callback, everything, you know, it's so tight. So there's a detailed outline, about 7-8 pages. Each scene is laid out, what information has to be gotten out in that scene, but there's no dialogue written at all. All
so
that
cool.
filth that comes out of my mouth is just, it's just all mine.
Your filthy mouth.
It's all mine.
And what do you guys try the scenes many different ways?
Yeah, well, there's always 2 cameras. We have to shoot a lot of coverage because so much is done in the editing because there's no script. Usually it's a page a minute, but we don't have a script, so it's all improvised. So we shoot tons of coverage. And sometimes we find a scene first take. Sometimes it takes us like 10, 15 takes to actually find the scene and what it's about.
Wow.
But there's always information that has to be gotten out.
What a brave way to do a show.
Yeah.
To me, it's great. I love it. As a comic, it's like perfect for me.
There's no other show doing that, really.
Is there?
I don't think so.
You did a show that was improvised, didn't you, on Comedy Central?
Lenny and Adam, we did.
Yeah.
Me and Lenny, Clark, and Leary.
Was it kind of the same way?
Well, we don't know. We only did the pilot and didn't get picked up.
That's nice. Take your successful
but you know
show
what?
and just pound them with that one.
A lot of people are going to try to imitate it, and what they don't have is Larry's story brain. That's why it works.
Right.
Because the story, at this point, I mean, it's not. It's like writes itself. When I see the outline, I know exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
It's like dialogue of the unconscious.
They're all based on, like, his psychosis and his paranoias and...
But one of the reasons why the improvising of it works is because nobody's saying cutesy, funny punchlines.
Yeah, here comes the setup joke,
It's not that sitcom thing.
It comes out of character.
It comes out of character and situation. It's a true situation comedy.
Those are awful. What do you watch? What are you entertained by on television?
I watch the Science Channel. That's crap. Or History.
That's what
Yeah. I don't. On my faves, on my remote, I don't even have networks.
No.
No.
There's nothing worth watching on any of that.
No, I don't watch
call the
any
History
of that.
Channel,
and
though,
sports.
the Hitler
I watch a lot
Channel.
of the Hitler.
It's
all
just,
Hitler all the time.
I don't care what story they're working on.
I know.
It's
all
like,
Hitler all the time.
Yeah, a biography of Alexander the Great, and there's Hitler. And they got to have footage, of all the troops marching.
I know. There's some Nazi running that channel.
Love him.
Or maybe it was Simon Wiesenthal, but he's dead.
Yeah, no. Not speech, Simon.
Yeah, Oliver Sholem, as we say.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
Is that what you say?
Yes, that's what we say.
We say,
Am I the only Jew in the room?
I think so.
Look around.
You are definitely. This one is so not a Jew.
No, I'm an Irish Catholic.
Because with all those tattoos.
Not the well, Rich Voss is Jewish, and he's got a goddamn Star of David tattooed on him.
And
what
you
kind
know
of an
that he could never
oxymoron?
be buried in
Yeah, we learned all that because of him.
Because well, Larry did a whole episode about that.
I don't know if I saw that one.
It was called The Special Section, where his mother died, and they couldn't bury her. They buried her in a separate section because apparently she had a tattoo on her ass that he never knew about.
Really?
That was funny.
Very nice.
Well, we can't meet because my girlfriend's Jewish, and we can't. She said we can't be buried in the same cemetery because I'm not Jewish.
Unless you convert. which would mean you'd have to get circumcised.
Guys do that all
Forget it.
the time. They
So
convert.
do women. So do women.
Nah.
Which makes me kind of think, what is your belief system? That just because
Yeah.
you believe in Jesus Christ, let's say, then you find some rich fucking Jewish guy to marry, and all of a sudden you don't believe in Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. It's such bullshit.
Just for the guy or the girl.
Yeah, exactly. It's for
Like-
the money.
Yeah, of course. Like, that's a test. That could be a test that God is giving you, and you just fail it like
You just
that.
fail it.
Just for the pussy or the dick.
I know.
Just like that. That's
Or the cash, yeah.
There's no commercials on this station.
None.
Oh, what a delight.
We babble endlessly about crap.
And then we feel like not babbling anymore. We wrap things up. Gary Hoey takes us to break.
And our breaks consist of
PSAs for like
PSAs, yeah, take care of your kids, don't do drugs, and then they talk about other channels on XM. Listen to The Rock, listen to the
Can I
classic.
plug something?
We sell,
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Caroline's.
Oh,
Right here in New York City. You
We
can't
love
come,
Caroline's.
Anthony. November 4th and 5th. And then the HBO Comedy Festival. Are you doing that, Adam?
Which one?
The one in
New York?
Vegas.
No.
Vegas. HBO Comedy Festival in Vegas on November, I think it's the 17th to the 20th or something like that.
Very good.
Some such thing.
In the rare
I've never been to
instances-
Vegas.
Never?
What?
I have never been to Vegas.
Get
Wow.
out of here.
I swear to you.
That is odd.
You never played Vegas?
Never. You know, I barely leave my house. I'm agoraphobic.
See?
Yeah.
See?
I'm
you gotta
you.
move out to the
Only
country.
in Manhattan.
In Manhattan. Well, for you it works because you got to work, so
Yeah.
you go out, and
Yeah.
I just kind of hide away. But one of the few places I do go is Caroline's.
Well,
but then
come
they're alone.
November 4th and 5th. Not both.
No.
Because I don't have that much material that I'm going to be doing different
I
acts.
just saw this.
And Curb Your Enthusiasm Sunday. What's the episode about this coming week?
You know, I don't want to tip it off, but I'll just say that breasts play a large part.
Oh, okay.
Breasts and Jesus Christ
All
play
right.
a large part of the
Fantastic.
episode.
Who's
Something
not
that I
watching
think
breasts?
a lot of
Jesus
people
Christ.
are involved with in their lives.
Yes.
Breasts and Jesus.
All right.
Yes.
We want to thank Susie Essman for stopping by. We greatly appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Thanks for having
Thank
me,
you.
guys.
This was definitely a lot of fun. And as she leaves, we'll have Gary Hoey play us out for a little bit. All right?
go.
Here's
Gary
Gary
rocks.
Hoey, everyone.
Gary
Once
rocks.
again, Susie Essman. Thank you, Susie.
Play Hava Nagila.